Hi folks, Bugger Brad here with Camo Camping and Fun, and I thought I'd just do a little video, take you from Canada with Canadian Forces equipment to the other side of the world with some Russian Army stuff. Um, this was stuff that I picked up before the war and everything. I know it's Russian camouflage, and I actually just bought it for the jacket because I wanted a jacket that was breathable, and this is like their multi-layer system. I look like I got a bigger beer belly than I normally have here because I keep my toque, of course, and a couple spare pairs of gloves, just those cheap dollar store ones, so you can rack them. And yeah, it's a pretty cool coat. It has all kinds of ventilation, so the pockets inside where the mesh is that everything will get caught on is for a reason. It's for breathability, and it also has the pit zips and everything. So this isn't the membrane coat. This is called the fifth layer, I believe, in the Russian Army system. They use like it's not an 8-layer system like the Canadian or American system. It's more like stuff you would just combine together to make up, 3, 4 layers, whatever type of thing. But I'm just gonna start peeling it off for you because my head's gonna explode pretty soon. And they sent me this crazy Russian hat. Um, when I ordered the jacket, I didn't even know it came with a hat and these pants. So this is the first time I've ever had these pants on, uh, because since I altered them, I had to shorten them for us, you know, um, uh, vertically challenged people. And other than that, it's it works out really well. I go for a walk in this jacket, just the jacket, of course, but like, I don't wear full uniforms because I'm not in the army, and it looks kind of crazy unless you're wearing hunting camo or something like that. And I'll show you what I got on underneath this, but I'll take the jacket off. It's got all cinches and everything, so you can pull it all in. It has the hood that cinches down and all that. So it's actually a really nice coat to go for a walk in, because you can open it up and everything. And I've done it many times where it's very breathable. The only thing is, the zippers, for some reason, they either use really good zippers or really cheesy ones. What I found was if you have problems with a zipper, besides putting wax on it, um, just don't fight with it. Just take it easy and work with it to put it on, and you'll be fine. And it has, of course, the Velcro things here. I have the mitts for the winter coat. They have a small gauntlet, so they don't really work out on anything. So I don't know. I put them with another kit or something. So and I'll show you the other equipment that goes along with all this stuff. Um, yeah, I got to start peeling this off. But this is next piece on here is the vest. So the vest, and it's hot, is a really nice piece of equipment. Oh, sorry about the microphone there. I was having problems with them. But it again has, a pouch for your phone, has a zipper pouch for guys that smoke or whatever. It has a cinch in the middle of it. And I think, yeah, there's cinches at the back end so it can cinch down the back so air can't get up through on this thing. It's pretty toasty warm, and it's getting warmer by the minute. It has pockets on the side, which I keep extra stuff in. Oh, yeah, Canadian Forces balaclava, of course. Can't go wrong with one of those. And this one here is a modified. It's like a half gator type of thing where you'd be wearing a helmet or a hat or something like that. And I've modified. I've shortened it, as you can see here. I've shortened it, and hopefully I can show you that. And cut out the mesh and put 2 nose holes in it, because if you don't do that on this kind of thing, your glasses will fog up. And of course, anybody with 4 eyes like myself knows all that about fogging glasses and everything. So we get this baby off. Now, the shirt I'm wearing isn't, whoa, sweaty already. The shirt isn't Russian military. Um, it's, what was it, Shadow Gear or something. It's made by Redback. And I got it from an Army surplus base in Quebec. Army, DRME, I forget how they say it, but um, yeah, I don't know how to put links in descriptions yet. So surplus DR me. Yeah, it finally came to me. Yeah, I'm going to be 65 soon. But I just bought this. This is one of the first things I ever bought that was Russian because it was such a nice HD shirt for out in the bush for walking around. And what was really cool about it, it's got the side pockets and everything like a regular, army shirt type of thing. What was really cool about it was, and I didn't even notice this until later on, is it has pockets here that you can put your hands in. So yeah, sometimes military stuff doesn't have too many pockets because of they don't want guys standing around with hands in their pockets. But yeah, so that's the red back shirt. It's a large. I'm not taking it all off for you. I got pants underneath here. Just a regular mil spec, I think it is, company for the belt. But yeah, let's get this baby off because it's getting even warmer in here. And so it's really, and the pockets here are giant size, eh? And they're sort of like pinned at either end so that you can't, stuff can't fall out of them, sort of thing. It's a pain in the butt sliding stuff in, but stuff certainly isn't going to fall out. And of course, this is, screwed that up. Didn't take the suspenders off first. I'm not used to wearing this kind of stuff anyways. Like I said, that's the first time I ever put the pants on. So, and it also, this is really cool. It has, these aren't built in. You can remove these elbow pads and they're actually made for this shirt. I picked them up. They weren't cheap, but I spotted them on the website there for Surplus DRME and bought them. So, yeah, what's the name of that? Yeah, Redback Gear. These guys. God, that stuff is warm, I'll tell you. This is a wicking shirt that, sorry, I keep bumping the microphone to adjust my glasses. Hopefully it's all working. This is it's like a 60-40 polycotton shirt. It's exactly the same as a Canadian Forces t-shirt, except it's long sleeve. And I think I mentioned it in another video before, but I picked them up. You could get them at Global Army Surplus and Surplus DRME. I don't know if they have sizes anymore, but it's made by a company right in Canada here called Sportsman. So whether they still have any or not, I'm not really sure. But just bear with me for a second. I got my boots on, which I shouldn't have put on, but and I learned a couple of things about them too. I could actually get these on with my boots on because they unzip a little bit at the bottom, and you can actually zip them at the sides here and reach into your regular pockets as well, eh? So just bear with me for a second, and I'll and I got my tactical gloves there hooked onto my belt loop there. I don't even know where. I think I got these from Amazon. I really like them because they were olive, of course. Bear with me for 1 second, and I'll get these pants off and show you some other stuff here and show you some other equipment. Okay, we're back rolling. So hopefully my microphone was working this time. Decided to show you the helmet and everything. Hopefully my flashlight's not too crooked. So this stuff is basically their Schmersh system. I wanted to get it all in ATAX FG, but the wee backpack, this little short backpack, and I'll explain why I had to go with this Floral Digital is what they call it. Yeah, Floral Digital, and actually I got to check my notes. Floral Digital, they actually call it Rush Pack for some reason. And that clothing system there, the VKBO system, that was layer 5, the little jacket that is ventilated and everything. It's breathable, so they have another membrane layer and that type of thing. And the vest was like layer 7. So, like I was saying before, it's like an 8-layer system, but you don't use it all in layers all at the same time. It's impossible. So yeah, so the VKBO means all season basic kit in English, basically, right? So I just thought I'd mention that to you. And of course, this is their LBE, which is the Schmersh setup. And I'm just setting up for to use it for camo camping, just to go out and have fun. And and use. I must have about 50 to 60 pounds of gear on because there's stuff in this right now, which I'll do a breakdown on all that in a video because I'd love to just get outside and do a video. I have the tarp, like the shelter system, the poncho, and all that, and I'll set it all up. Use this gear to put food in and whatnot. And one of the reasons why I have all this stuff is because basically, if you were playing airsoft, um, which I don't know, we're going to find out what happens with the government on that because they're talking about prohibiting all anything that looks like a real bang bang, of course. And so now that's kind of up in the air. So I just thought, well, it was a good thing I didn't buy a big expensive airsoft bang bang. So now I have all the equipment to do it with. But a lot of guys would be using the Chinese CAD pad. So like I say, this has like CAD test, my compass pouch there, and just a couple of mag holders for your Leatherman and whatnot, flashlight type of thing. But and also on the back of the pack, I have a little that pouch is from CP Gear. To buy the Russian stuff, which I don't want to buy anything off Russia anyways, because of what's going on, would cost a lot of money anyway. So if CAD pad, a couple things of CAD pad on there, it's not going to kill anybody. That's another type of pouch. I don't know what I got in there. I think I got another compass or something in there. But yeah, and I made this front to chest pouch. I just put the ones on Amazon they sell. There's a couple different kinds. There's ones with Molly, and then there's ones with Velcro on them. So I just made a big Velcro patch out of some material. And here goes my microphone. Okay. Yeah, some heavy stuff, but stuff happens. It's like, you can't really do anything about it. But let's put that back on. Hopefully it's working. But yeah, and also I'm going to take this helmet off. This is a real helmet, by the way, and this is actually a real Russian flashlight. Now, they would have, this isn't the modern helmet because they would have the rail and the little bracket for night vision. It's actually the earlier gen, but it also has the digital floral paint job on it, which was really cool. I picked it up off a young Canadian Forces guy. I guess he was over in Europe and maybe did a little horse trading or something, and it was a reasonable price. It actually was brand new. It was never used. So I was like, wow. I thought that was really cool. I do have a couple of helmets and things like that, but I thought that was really neat. So I, paid his price and walked away with it. But the little Russian, this was actually cheaper. I think is it Sidewinder or somebody like that sells the military style ones that have the rail mount or have the helmet. This is the helmet mount. This one takes a regular battery, whereas the other ones take a lithium and plus a double A, I think. Yeah, either or. But it doesn't have the infrared. But it's it's the right color for me. The other ones are tan. This one's olive, so I thought it was cool. I'm just going to take the helmet off. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, and I mean, yeah, you'd want to switch it out with all the fancy new pads and everything. It's not the worst thing to put on once it's strapped down and adjusted properly. But yeah, I'll show you in there. Yeah, so that's the inside of it, and like I said, it was brand new. And now the cover that's on it's just one of those covers you can get from Amazon for all the different Mish 2000. It's basically a copy of a Mish 2000, I think, or close to it. Anyways, they're supposed to be not too bad a helmet, so stop a pistol bullet and that type of thing. But yeah, what else can I show you on this? Like I said, I'll do a video where I set it all up with the with the shelter and the whole bit. And the main reason I bought this, I put these straps on everything. And this is just fantastic. They had straps like this on my Russian Commando pack, which I'll do a video on. It's ATAX FG and it's cool. But you'll see that on the back of this thing that it doesn't meet up, or just meets up with the butt pack on the bottom. Well, for people who are 5'5", maybe even 5, maybe even fit a 5'4" person, it actually works. It sets up. There's a lot of LB battle belt systems, and folks that are, you know, like 5'7" maybe, or 5'10" and up, don't even think about it because they can just throw on a pack that's 20 inches tall, no problem, put on their LBE and away they go, right? But the Canadian Forces system, by the way, which I'll show you in a video, which I've shown their equipment, but in a video I'll probably show you what the problem was with that. They will fit a person that's about 5'10". So if you're any shorter, I don't know what kind of, you'd have to do some serious modifications. Like I've actually done some serious modifications on their old pack with the, you know, they don't use it anymore with the wire frame and all that stuff, to actually be able to wear their LBE system. So yeah, so it's a challenge, right? Whereas I guess Russia, they make stuff to fit somebody who's really, and actually their clothing as well. If you look at their charts, um, they make clothing kits to fit people shorter than myself, and I'm like 5'5" and a tiny hair or something. And but you know, normal width size guy, or like I'm pretty normal width wise, other maybe a little wider than normal, at 46, say, jacket or something, right? So wide and short is no problem. Whereas here on this continent, you know, a lot of stuff. A lot of guys will complain about the length of the sleeves or the length of the jacket or something because they're too short. Whereas all the nice little things made in China are made for, you know, I guess shorter people, but short little chubby people like myself. And actually, this LBE and the backpack, they were both made in China for basically for the Russian army, because they actually came with a card that had Russian soldiers on it and whatnot. So the quality is awesome. A lot of the stuff that comes from China, and I have some other things too that come from China. The clothing that I showed you is all made in Russia, except for that shirt, of course. I'm not sure where that was made. It might have been made in Vietnam, but yeah, the short little sleeves and all, it's just great, right? For me, short little wide guy, it fits great. Whereas some of the equipment, the LBE stuff, it's like I got to really pick and choose. It was really difficult for me to get something that was U.S. military because I couldn't get their old assault pack. I could only get the weird size square little thing that attaches to their big rucksack for an LBE system that I make up. And I'll show you a video on that where I got the smocks and everything. But yeah, I'm going to slide some of this off just because I've been standing around in this. And yeah, there's probably like close to 50 pounds, 40, 50 pounds anyways in this little backpack right now. So, and I'll do like I said, I'll do a loadout on it when I set up a video for, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's really well padded, by the way, too. Like there's no waist belt for it or anything. I was thinking of adding one, but it's very stable. It's surprising once you cinch it down. It's a very stable little backpack. I've got here's something that I made. Oh, it's tied on. Yes, it's tied on at the bottom. Of course it is. So it doesn't slide right through and out. Right. I made this the other day for my my silky saw, my big boy. I think it is. Because I got some material from I think it was, I'm not sure if it was, I think it was Etsy. They got some material. It's not waterproof. It's just like the pant material. But I just built a little thing for my saw there, and of course it's got a tie on the bottom to tie on so it doesn't fall through, and a little tie on the top that I haven't put a little cincher thing on it yet. I ran out of them. But yeah, so I thought that was cool, and just added a couple little things to it. Right. This is a little pouch that goes on that came off this LBE, which I didn't like sticking out my face. I got other stuff sticking out, but I just put my pack covers in it because it actually comes with two pack covers. So that's pretty awesome. A white one and a olive one, I believe. But yeah, it'll hold a lot of gear, and it's nice and short for short little guy like me. I'll just set that aside. So what's next? Ooh, I'm talking right into the microphone, maybe a little too harsh. Okay. There, I made that up. It was a pouch with the tourniquet on it, so I put a little Velcro patch on it to camo it up, just like I did to this, but I didn't have this material at the time. What else do we got here? Let's see. I'm gonna try and slide this thing off. There's an extra couple of hookups on it and everything. Oh, and by the way, I've never seen anybody on the internet, or on YouTube rather, that sets this up properly. I've only seen a picture, because everybody, even a Russian soldier, I gotta get back here. Even a Russian soldier shows you how to set it up. He set it up with like, I guess it's up to the person who's doing it and how they want it, but they put a 4-point hitch, like an H harness, like the Americans. And every video I've seen of guys putting this together, they set it together with 4-point hitch. It actually has 8 points where it fans out. So guys end up with massive amounts of extra strap here, whereas it actually goes back and splits up, whereas the back does the same type of thing. Now, hopefully I got it all undone so I can slide it off. There we go. So yeah, it's pretty cool. You can put a lot more stuff on it too. This is a first aid kit that I did up. I bought a rush one. This wasn't very expensive. I got it off Amazon. And this canteen, this is an actual Russian canteen cover that I modified. So and it just worked out neat because the two little pill bottles fit in it perfectly here. But I modified the strapping system because it wasn't compatible with a regular GI style canteen, right? So I just fixed it up so it would hook up. It worked great. And then later on, of course, I found on Amazon a GI canteen cover in Russian digital. How about that? Yeah, and you can add a couple little more things onto it. I put that's a really cool flashlight actually, with one of those orange beacon things you can attach to it for signaling, I guess, or whatever. And I just put I can get this up here. I just painted up. Sorry, I just painted up my one of my rat knives attack. You can see that properly. But yeah, you can put all kinds of stuff on. And if you have problems with things flapping around, you can always just add on. Like this flapped around too much with the malice straps, so just put some wire ties on it, and it works out okay. So anything that's moving around too much, and this was made really well. And there's where you can see the hitch points. So you see the split up here when guys just use the 4, and I have no idea why, because it came assembled. So I got lucky. I guess if I would have watched the videos, I would have screwed it up too. We'll just set that down for a sec. Hopefully my microphone hasn't moved around too much. And now you know why you got to use suspenders. These are suspenders, I believe, from like probably the Korean War or something. I mentioned them in another video. I love them because they sit back here instead of over top of your chest, your soft points. But this, you've probably seen these on the news. Russian army guys, well, even the Ukrainian guys wear these. This is a little bum pad. I think that's one of the first items that I ever bought. I thought that was cool. Actually, or no, second one. I bought 2. I bought one that's a summer. There's a summer version of their digital floral, but I thought that was cool. And I've actually used it to go to a derby. I guess people thought I was a little crazy, but when you're sitting on those aluminum seats at night, I can't take that anymore. So anyways, I'll see if I can hook up my microphone without screwing the thing up and take off this my chest pad thing. Let's see, hopefully that worked. And this is just a quick disconnect, but yeah, you can slide it off too, but I'll just take it off quickly here. And there we go. Yeah, I made one with a That was funny with a woodland camouflage too. I'd patch that goes on because I can use this for another kit as well. So these are handy too. You can put all kinds of junk in them, especially your camera gear if you need it in the bush and it's right there. A pair of binoculars, that type of thing. But yeah, so that's coming close to about it. What I'm going to do is I'll set up. Well, I don't have to set up have a chat with you this time, anyways. I can just show you more stuff. I'll show you a couple of things with having a big chat in the end. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, yeah, I had this on. It's one of those ninja masks. Didn't have it on for long though. With the helmet on, it was kind of crazy. It kind of got way too hot. And like I was saying about the gloves, um, with the gauntlet on them, it doesn't really fit that system. Maybe the winter coat has a bigger sleeve on it or something, so you can shove the skinny gauntlet up inside. Or maybe I just got commercial ones, and maybe they make real military ones that are better. I don't know. They look cool, but they're not really usable. I like stuff where you can use it, right? Um, stuff that you can't. Well, but so what I do with these is this is just an old pair of Canadian Forces. Well, I guess the Americans use them too, of hot mitts. So I just put the little tiny cheap gloves on you can get from the dollar store and slide the hot mitt on. And I make little straps on them so you can hook them together with a carabiner, or you can run a string around your neck and have them hang off your coat type of thing, hanging off your neck, hanging out your sleeves. But I do that with most of my gloves that I'm using all the time. But that doesn't bunch up around the collar on that jacket, and since it's not a rain suit, it doesn't really matter, if it's on the inside or outside, if it's an open cuff type of thing. Because of course, if you have a rain suit, you want your gauntlets or your gloves to go on the inside, and it's probably better to have a pair of waterproof gloves, anyways. But I just had to show you that for fun. And last but not least, these are get right back here. These are SFU Helicon Tech pants. I think these are more or less something that I think SWAT guys use them, and police tactical teams. That's what they show in the pictures, anyways. I don't know if they use them or not, but they do have a huge cargo pocket. They've got perfect little pockets. I guess these are for your magazines or whatever. But hey, your Kleenex fits in there perfectly, and don't go anywhere without your diaper wipers, right? Well, these are just alcohol wipes or whatever, just in case. And yeah, so I can throw the suspenders off, and I just throw them in the giant pocket. They all got all kinds of bells and whistles on these things. Big pockets in the back. I think it's a double butt, double knees. I made these knee pads. They're inserts. I made them with those German or the old German army green foam rolls. Well, of course they're 7 feet long or whatever, so I don't need all that. So I cut the ends off them, and then I just sized them, and I put two splits, just V cuts in the side, so when you bend them, bends nicely instead of going all weird on you. Now they hang down a little lower because I had to shorten these, challenge. But normally when you squat down on your knees, you pull your pants up anyways. At least most people do, as far as I know. But and you don't even have to. You can just bend down, and your knee pad's still underneath your knee. So that's all great. So those have knee pads in there, and the elbow pads in the shirt work out perfect for I don't know, bouncing off walls, dirt biking, or whatever you want to do. But I guess that's it for this video. I just want to make mention on my notes here. I was just going to say, if you want to see videos like this where people are showing different types of equipment, kit, clothing that's military, my buddy, young fella, Frog in the Waves, is one guy who's great. Endurance Room, of course, Jess in Endurance Room. He's a he's a real bro. He has all kinds of cool stuff and has videos on Russian. So I learned a lot from him about Russian gear, like their tarp system and that. It was awesome. Videos he's got. And Survival Metal Man. Whoa. Yeah, he's cool. he does a bunch of stuff with the Russian gear. Both of those guys were hooked up with Russian Cold Camo. I don't think it exists anymore because of everything going on. And Survival Commando, he shows some really cool stuff that's surplus that he gets. It's great. And of course, last but not least, is Jeff Helm with Wilderness Scouting. I got to read it because he changed his name, so I always think of his old name for his channel. But yeah, Jeff Helm, he's awesome. He'll show you all kinds of stuff. He has. I have truckloads of this stuff. He has trainloads of it. So he is really he's great. His videos are really fun, and has a lot of knowledge about the outdoors. He lives way the heck and gone up there in Fort Francis, someplace where there's more beavers than people. And I'm sure if we lived closer together, we'd probably do videos together for fun, right? But so I'll let you go for now, and I hope you enjoyed the video. This was a big, long one, big, long, hairy, scary. But you know, I do these videos for people who like watching this kind of stuff, and I enjoy doing it for you. It is a lot of work, actually, but I really enjoy doing it for you, and I really appreciate if you watch the video. Um, they say that family and friends don't even care, and I thought when I saw guys saying that, I thought, oh my god, that can't be real. But it's there's I got a few good friends that watch religiously, and then other friends I don't even think they've even watched a video yet. So Mike, if you're watching, up in Perry Sound, but yeah. Oh, say hi to Jelly, his wife. But I'll let you go for now, and appreciate watching, and I'll get you on the next video. I don't know if I'm going to do more kit stuff like this, or if the weather's going to get better so I can get outside on you and set something up. The problem is for me, I have to be in the house during the night because we heat by wood. So I got to tend to fire and that sort of thing, and keep the house warm. To come in and out of the door at night and everything, I don't want to wake my brother up. He's still working, and actually, I'm just waiting for him to come home now to maybe have a nice soup I made the other day. But I'll let you go for now, and thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Cheers.